Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone in the YouTube world, and welcome back to the channel. It is 2025 and it's going to be such a great year. I'm so happy that you guys are back. I just got back from a massive 28-day trip in Asia and I can't wait to show you guys everything, but I want to talk about a few other things first. So today we're going to compare Lookout Cay and Castaway Cay in the Bahamas for Disney's both private islands. I was fortunate enough to visit in 2024. I visited both islands. I was so happy that I did. It was actually just kind of on a whim and I wanted to see how it was. So now we're going to make a video comparing the two, and ultimately at the end of the video I'm going to decide on which one I liked better. I also want to know in the comments below if you guys have visited both islands. Which one did you like? Which one did you not like? Did you see any differences? Or maybe you didn't see any at all? It'll be fun to discuss in the comments below. So guys, for Lookout Cay and Castaway Cay, I really loved both. I had the tiniest criticisms of either one, but I want to emphasize that I love both and you cannot go wrong with visiting one or two or just both on the same sailing, because that is possible as well. But let's get on with the video. I want you to know that this is only my opinion, so we can have discussions in the comments below. Now, fun fact, both of these destinations are only 134 miles apart. So on a cruise, obviously you just go to bed, you can wake up on one and then go to another. So for starters, we're going to talk about the differences. Castaway Cay opened in 1999, very long time ago, whereas Lookout Cay literally opened 2024. I think it was June or July. Now, Castaway Cay feels more like a shipwreck. It has a whole story to it with the Disney characters, whereas Lookout Cay is more like a Bahamian culture feel. They have lots of just culture events and themes there, so I really liked both. If it were me, I liked the culture more than the shipwreck vibe of Castaway Cay. Now, both islands have so many things to do, especially water activities. But I will say Castaway Cay maybe takes the edge on water activities just because they've been established way longer than Lookout Cay. So if you want to do more fun activities for the families especially, you're going to want to look to Castaway Cay rather than Lookout Cay, as it is brand new and I think they're still trying to figure out what exactly they can include and add to the island itself. Just to mention something, guys, Castaway Cay is actually a private island, whereas Lookout Cay is a section of an island. It actually shares with Princess Cruises. I think they have their own private beach on that island, but Lookout Cay is not a private island. So I've been thinking wrong this whole time. Castaway Cay, on the other hand, is a private island only for Disney. Now, if you do get to visit Lookout Cay, you're going to realize that the very first thing when you wake up in the morning and see the dock, now you're going to have a very long stretch of walking, 15 minutes to be exact, and that's at a normal pace. Lookout Cay is a lot more walking, a lot more spread out, whereas Castaway Cay, it's very close, about a 5-minute walk to the first beach and a very short tram ride to Serenity Bay, which is on the opposite side of Castaway Cay. So keep that in mind. Now, like I said before, Lookout Cay is a 15-minute walk to the island itself, and then it's another 6 to 7 minute tram ride from the entry point all the way to Lookout Cay. You're going to take a lot of transportation. It's going to take some time to get to the private beach of Lookout Cay. So if you cannot do the 15-minute walk, they actually have golf carts available for mobility issues. That's what I love about Lookout Cay. So for the adults, both destinations actually have their own Serenity Bay. And in my opinion, because I spent a lot of time at both Serenity Bays, as it's just me and my girlfriend and we're both adults, we absolutely loved the Lookout Cay Serenity Bay way more than the Castaway Cay, and I'll tell you why. Now, overall, I like the layout of Serenity Bay at Lookout Cay because it's at the very end. You have bigger waves. It's a much more beautiful ocean, beautiful water, very crystal clear. My top 3 beaches said this has
The water is so nice.
It's so nice.
It's not cold. It's just
perfect.
enough. It's just
We're
the
here
perfect.
October 1st, and it's still really hot. I think it's about 85 degrees, but it feels like more than that too.
Yeah, but when you get in the water, it's just so nice.
Yeah. You forget about all your problems. Whereas in Castaway Cay, it is, again, it's a little further, so you probably want to take a tram. The water is super calm and there is a lot of seaweed. Nonetheless, it is still beautiful. Yeah, it's a great beach. We just swam for a good while, and it doesn't get any deeper. Like that's as shallow as it is. And we walked pretty far. The temperature of the water is a little cold for maybe the first 10 to 20 seconds. After that, you get used to it, and I would say roughly it's like 3 foot deep, and doesn't get any deeper, which is funny. And then it's pretty spread out. So the only thing is that there's plenty of seaweed out there, but you barely feel it on the feet. So that didn't bother me too much. It's just a nice, relaxing beach. I like it. I give it a 4 out of 5. But if you want more waves and a little more activity, you're going to want to check out Lookout Cay for the Serenity Bay section of if you're an adult. What I also love about both locations is that, you know, Castaway Cay and Lookout Cay both have a lot of dining options. I think there's one buffet at the Serenity Bay section and then 2 other food options in the family kids section. So either way, it's all included. Both destinations pretty much have all the same food buffet wise. So there's like anything from ribs to corn to Mexican food. They have it all. It's pretty good. And I love that you don't have to walk back to the ship to eat. You can just eat on the islands. In general, the Castaway Cay vibe is more calm, whereas Lookout Cay is more action. Like I said, Lookout Cay is more like the culture, more dances, more activities, whereas Castaway Cay is a storyline of a shipwreck. So you kind of just lay back, you know, relax, but it really depends on your vibe and how you like to vacation. What I do want to point out, and this is a big factor for probably a lot of you guys, especially if you have families, but I did not see a single swimming pool at either location. And this is a big thing to note because each location had plenty of beaches around, but no swimming pools. Now, there are water parks at each one for the little kids, but swimming pools, I did not see a single swimming pool. And let me tell you, I actually like this because I feel like the beaches are beautiful enough to enjoy those instead of one big swimming pool. So I do like that they have the water parks for the kids, but in general, I absolutely love the concept that Disney is using the beaches instead of making actual swimming pools. Castaway Cay has more coves and more swimming areas, whereas Lookout Cay has one long stretch of beach that we all share. It just has Serenity Bay is at the very end. So if you like the division, the breakup of the layout, you're probably gonna like Castaway Cay more. But if you like the one long, beautiful stretch of beach, you'll probably like Lookout Cay more. And overall, Lookout Cay to me has a more blue, clear, crystal water rather than Castaway Cay. Castaway Cay is more seaweed, a little more green color, still absolutely stunning. But Lookout Cay takes the cake for me on this one. They have the more beautiful beaches, they have the more white sand. It's a very close one, but still, you cannot go wrong with either location. Now at Castaway Cay, they did have more snorkeling, and I think that's a really good point to tell you guys because that's more family. That's really fun to do snorkeling. Whereas in Lookout Cay, it's more of enjoying yourself at the beach, beautiful water. Now there are fish. Don't get me wrong. I actually stumbled upon a jellyfish, and I thought I was gonna get stung, but thankfully they're not dangerous there. But going back to the snorkeling, Castaway Cay is perfect for that because they have little coves that surround the area and little fish and, you know, whatever come in, you can do snorkeling. Your kids are going to have such a great time. So for my Castaway Cay experience, I was on the Disney Wish. It only went to that island as other destinations I had with it. But on the most recent sailing on Disney Magic, I went to Lookout Cay as it is brand new. It felt new. It felt really fresh. Now it is very spread out, so you're going to be walking a lot. But if you don't have issues with that, I think you're going to love Lookout Cay. I think you understand where I'm going with this. Lookout Cay is probably my favorite out of the 2 locations. As of right now, early 2025, I do see that none of the ships go to both locations in one sailing. But as I look further into 2025, I will realize that some ships actually now have included going to both private destinations in one sailing. So I think that's really cool. If you didn't know that, I mean, I think you should give it a try. And if you need some help planning your next cruise, you should definitely let me know. I can always help you. I can always help you find the best deal, and we can always just plan together. It's really fun. So again, just to reiterate, guys, I think Lookout Cay is the more fresh, the more new, obviously very cultural vibe. I love exploring different cultures and getting to immerse in the way that people live and how they share, you know, their experiences. So I like Lookout Key for that reason. Castaway Key is definitely more Disney-fied, if you want to say, and it's a private island. So you're really in the middle of nowhere, still having a great time. But again, like the storyline to it, I understand it. I really enjoyed that. Now they have a lot of activities. You cannot go wrong with either destination. I love both. Lookout Key just takes it because of the beaches, the layout, and just more activities. So I loved it overall. So again, guys, let me know if you like both, if you haven't been there, or if you have, let me know which one you like more than the other. I mean, I love to discuss, and I do actually comment on every comment that somebody puts down below. I really appreciate it. We're just trying to grow this channel. I'm trying to cruise even more in 2025, so I can't wait to show you guys what I have in store. So just keep up to date with my Instagram. Definitely looking forward to the year coming. So with that being said, guys, I really hope you took some valuable information here. Again, both destinations are absolutely stunning, very beautiful. I think Lookout Key takes the cake for me just a little bit, but I loved both. So either way, you're gonna love your next Disney cruise, and if you need help, let me know again. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone in the YouTube world. Welcome to 2025. Thank you for watching the second video of 2025. It's been amazing with you guys, and we will see you on the next one.